Hi, and welcome to this month's Angel Card reading. I'm Stacie Tatera, medium healer teacher, excited to bring you this month, April 2026, our monthly Angel Card reading. So if this is the first time you're seeing me do this reading, this is something I do every month and post on my website. It also goes out into my newsletter, and if you have an interest in signing up for my newsletter, you can do that by going to my homepage, milwaukeemedium.com, on my website. Scroll down and there's an option to sign up. I've had quite a few people signing up lately, so I'm very happy about that. But that way you get this reading in your email inbox, as well as updates on things that are going on in my world as far as classes and events. So I hope you did well in March. March is a busy month for me and my family, lots of birthdays. So it's hard to believe that I'm 55. I don't know how that happens, but here we are. And my youngest is 19. I don't know how that happens, but here we are. But, March was a pretty solid month, very busy. I'm still in rehab for my knee. I will be for probably another month or two, but things are moving along nicely. And then I know a lot of people, we got the crud, like the cough and the cold. And so I'm finally on the very tail end of that, because that was not a real fun process to get through. So hopefully you're staying healthy. And as we look to April, Easter, April 5th, it's kind of early this month, I feel like, but lots of things going on, spring breaks. It's just time to get away and relax and enjoy some time on vacation. So hopefully you've had a chance to do that, or you're doing that now. And so I'm super excited to talk about what we can expect for this month. Now, a couple of things I do want to go over. I do have a group gallery reading at the Cellar Restaurant, Grill and Bar, I should say, in Oak Creek. And I have an event on Wednesday, the 8th of April. Now, it's pretty full, but I do have like 6 seats left. So if you were thinking about it and you're seeing this and you feel like, oh my gosh, I should do this, those tickets are available on Eventbrite. And if you go to my website under events, all the information, all these events are listed there actually. So for the Cellar on Wednesday the 8th, 7 o'clock, I will be doing a group reading. It'll be a full house. Like I said, we only have like 6 seats left, but if you're interested in attending, would love to see you. Tickets are $65 plus fees, which puts it at about $70. I have a Reiki 1 class April 11th, which is a Saturday. Not any signups yet. So I'm going to wait till probably that week before to decide if I'm going to hold the class. So if you do have an interest in taking Reiki 1, becoming Reiki 1, feel free to go online and schedule. Don't wait till the last minute to do that, because like I said, if I don't have anyone sign up for this class, I will reschedule for a later date. May 16th is Reiki Master, and there are people signed up for that class if you're interested. Reiki 2 is June 6th. So again, if you have an interest there, feel free, if you're looking to begin your Reiki journey or continue your Reiki journey, I'm happy to assist you in that process. And then in June, I am going to be doing something very new and very special. And there will be more details coming out in April this month. I will be doing a small group reading here at the office at Renew in our classroom with a just fantastic angel communicator. Her name is Fran Whelan. She lives in Menominee, Michigan, and she will be joining me, and we will be doing angels from our loved ones from the other side and our angels. So she will handle the angel portion for this. I will be communicating with loved ones from the other side. We're going to combine this and do a very, again, intimate event on June the 13th. It's a Saturday. And I believe we talked about 1 o'clock. I do not have anything posted as of now, but maybe by the time you see this, I will. So if you don't see it, just check back. And then once you see things pop on Facebook events and you see it on my webpage, on my events page on my website, then you can go ahead and sign up for that. But it's something that we've both been nudged to do, to work together. She's one of the most clear angel communicator channels I've ever seen. And she also happens to be a dear, dear friend of mine. So I'm super excited. And again, more details to come on that. Outside of that, I always like to talk about Renew Holistic Wellness. I mean, we have everybody that comes into this space absolutely loves it. We did just add a therapist. So we have a counselor type therapist that is now here at the at Renew, if I could get my R straight, at Renew Holistic Wellness. I confused Tammy Shaw, Remedy Within and Renew Holistic Wellness. Like, oh my gosh. So anyway, we do have a therapist on board now. So if you have an interest, all that information will be on the website, renewholisticwellness.com, and look for partners. That's where you'll see all of us who offer services here. And then you can take a look at the other options like massage therapy, reflexology. We have healing touch energy work. We have, obviously, Kelly brings Reiki as well as a Reiki master teacher, thermography, colonics, all kinds of detox services. There's so much, it's fantastic. Physical therapy. So take a look at the website. Lots of people come in here and they want flyers and they wind up booking things. We also have an infrared sauna. So lots of really great stuff. So I would encourage you, Renew Holistic Wellness. Check it out. Look for the partners tab. It's a little drop down and you'll see all of our information there. I think that's it for housekeeping for the month. So again, really excited to do this month's reading. I was really, I always think about and meditate on what should I do for the card, the deck of the month. And the Angels and Ancestors card, the deck spoke to me and wanted to give us our messages for the month of April. Now, this is a deck by Kyle Gray, and I'm positive that he was actually doing an in-depth type of training and class for this deck. So if you like this deck, you have this deck and you want to learn more how to use it, and use it in the way that Kyle, I think, intended based on the messages and the information from these lovely beings that are all throughout this deck, that check it out on his website, kylegray.com, Kylegray. He's phenomenal. I have so many of his decks. I just love them. So something to consider there. And then, of course, we have the Crystal Spirit. And I was excited that we got the Crystal of the Month that we did. But I'll do that at the end of when I go through these cards. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started. So this is so interesting. Okay, so for April, the first card that comes up is Protection Guardian. Drop your shields, okay? So let's take a look at this card. Beautiful, beautiful card. This is what I'm getting around this specific message as we move into April. And again, I say this, I think, every reading. The world's crazy, and it's very challenging for a lot of us to navigate, especially as an empath and a sensitive. It can be very, very difficult and challenging because we're feeling all the things and we're watching things happen that make us uncomfortable. And we're like, when is this going to get better? And now this is happening. Again, be mindful of what you're consuming, in terms of social media, the things that you're bringing into your space and your energy. This, to me, this card is that a reminder, you're always protected. Okay, Protection Guardian is there to protect us. So what I mean by that too is that we have an opportunity to have an active relationship with our spirit team and our guides. And those are made up of our angels, our loved ones who have passed, our spirit team, our guides, our light beings. All of that energy serves to help us out. The Protection Guardian is reminding you that you are indeed protected as you walk through this life. But I feel like we need to be it needs to be a conscious participation in that process, right? So every day when I meditate, I ask for clearing, I ask for protection, I ask for all of that from an energetic perspective to make sure that I'm taken care of, my family's taken care of. I mean, I always say you can ask for protection for yourself, but it's always a positive thing to, ask for other, people in your life that potentially need a little extra help. So I was going to look up Protection Guardian. Let's see here. It might be. Just give me a minute. No. Oh, here's the mirror. Bear with me. Okay, so So drop any shield. They're asking me to read this, so I am. Drop any shields of shame, resistance, and fear that are standing between you and your chances of enjoyment and fun. Know that you don't need to hide who you are or the gifts that you have. You were born to shine. So this is really a message about dropping the shields around who you are, being who you are, that authentic, sovereign energy, but also you're protected in that entire process. So a reminder to ask for help and assistance, to show gratitude in that process. But again, if you've encountered shame or embarrassment in your past, that is not your present. Angels are drawing close at this time to help you move beyond any limiting thoughts, emotions, and patterns that may be making you feel unsafe. Know that angelic protection is swirling around you at this moment and will help you move forward in a more fearless way. Call in your guides for help during changes, and allow that energy to come into your space. So lovely, 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 lovely energy. And I feel like we're definitely moving more into that type of energy as things are evolving, things are accelerating, especially in this year, okay, 2026. Mother Earth, feel loved and comforted. This is really, when I see Mother Earth, my first hit on this card or these types of cards is nature. And what are you doing to connect into Mother Earth? What are you doing to put yourself in a position where you do feel loved and connected and in a safe space? For a lot of people, nature does that. Now, again, we're moving into spring, and depending on where you are and you watch this, you might be able to be out all year round. If you're here in the Midwest, it's limited, right? But this is around you being reminded that you need to feel loved and comforted as we go through all the changes and just the energies that are kind of bombarding us right now. So it's, again, reminding us to be ourselves, reminding us that we are being protected. It's that Mother Earth has this, she serves us. She really does. But we have to also serve her as well. And by taking care of her and honoring her. And that's why I love doing different kinds of ceremonies. And when people move into new homes or they're in we're honoring the land that you're on, and we're honoring the gifts that Mother Earth gives us. And as a lot of us in this March time and April time have going on vacations, you're in the mountains or you're by the ocean, and you're seeing dolphins and whales and all these things, depending again on where you go and what you do. It's such beauty, and it's just such a good reminder of what Mother Earth provides for us, a reminder to give our gratitude for that, but it's also a reminder to feel loved and comforted in that process. Allow nature to create a bit of safety for you. When you're outside, you're breathing, you're just letting things go that aren't serving you. All that's going to be very important. So the last card is Lady. There's feminine energy big time for April. Every one of these cards is a female. That, again, does not necessarily surprise me. We're looking to tap more into our feminine energies. And so the Lady comes up, enjoy growth and reap the rewards. So with this card, it's nice because all the work that you've been doing, all the seeds that you've been planting, you're going to start to and continue to see the benefit of what that is. So it's, what I'm hearing is that, again, these are things that you might have been working on in 2025. You were working on, it could be even longer than that. You might be going at it for 10 plus years, and you're now seeing you're in a really comfortable space and things are exactly where you would want them to be. It's also, again, I'm kind of getting this message of like, it's a good time to start things too, right? Plant the seeds and know that we're in fertile ground, and things will grow and things will mature. And the timing on all of this will be exactly where it needs to be for things to move forward in each of our individual lives. But I love the apples on the tree, and it's, it's fruitful, it's abundant, it's enjoying what we've been working hard to get to. And we're gonna, at some point, see more of that in these next years. It's just kind of a slow go right now, but it's for sure coming. And again, I really feel that this is such an individual card, and I encourage you to reflect in your own life and think about looking how far you've come. And I think that that's something that Spirit really kind of stays on us about, because we're always so focused on what's next. We lose sight of staying in the now. And this really is a card that allows you to look and see how far you've come. So as an example, I have been doing this work full-time out of corporate for 10 years in May of 2026. I can't even believe that. But here we are. But it's hard work. It's consistent work. It's ups and downs and ins and outs and changes and all the things. But it's a beautiful thing when I personally look back and I'm like, gosh, I remember when I started doing readings like 17 years ago, right? And here we are. It's like, what is going on? But to know that I left corporate, I made the jump to do this work full time, and it has absolutely been a blessing. And I will always be grateful for all of my clients, the referrals, all the things that keep me here. And it's nice to look back and say, you know what, I've worked hard, but it definitely has paid off. So look for those moments. Take some time to sit in that energy, because oftentimes you're like, what's the next thing? I got more stuff to do. And that's all well and good. But take some time to really look at how far you've come. That's a big message. So really, again, lots of feminine energy this month. I love that. For a lot of us who celebrate Easter, it's a very special time when we look at, Jesus's crucifixion and that, coming alive again. There's so much symbolism in that. And it's probably one of my most favorite stories and experiences that we do share, because it just really applies to everybody's life. It really does. That, you go through shit and hell sometimes, but the key is to rise again, to come up, to find the strength. You may have to take some time and get your stuff together, but you come forward in such a lovely way. And I think that's, again, the expression of what Easter is, the symbolism behind it. And again, if you don't celebrate that, that's fine. There's still messages in all of this that we can all take something away from, right? So I think that that's important too. So again, protection guardian, dropping our shields, dropping the, what was the word I was looking for? The masks, stop pretending being someone that you don't necessarily want to be, and be yourself and know that you're protected in that process. Mother Earth, pull in from that nature energy, know that she has this loving, nurturing, just beautiful energy to share with us. And then we are enjoying how far we've come, and we're taking advantage of those rewards in the best way possible. So really lovely. What I clicked for me with the first card is Protection Guardian. We got black tourmaline this month for the crystal of the month. And black tourmaline I love black tourmaline. It's just a wonderful stone. Healthy boundaries, repelling and dispelling unwanted energies, shielding and protection, healthy interdependence. So this is a stone, a crystal that when my girls were in school, elementary and middle school, I used to put black tourmaline in their backpacks, because school for kids is like, it's so crazy, right? As a protection. And it's that dark stone, so it does a good job of absorbing and processing and transmuting that energy the way we need it to be transmuted. So again, healthy boundaries, leaning on others in a balanced way. Be mindful of when you need time to yourself and when you need to be the one among those who accept you exactly as you are. I mean, that's that first card all the way. But boundaries are huge. And if I've had this conversation once, I've had it like a million times with clients. And it's great, because it's something that I think we all can do better at. And when we have boundaries in place, it does protect us, right? And so black tourmaline is one of those crystals you can put on your altar. You can wear it on your wrist, whatever, floats your boat. but it's just a great protection, and it helps us to kind of bring in some of those other energies of setting those boundaries for ourselves. And with boundaries is a whole other conversation. So again, look it up if you want to learn more about what this crystal is. We do have black tourmaline here at Renew Holistic Wellness. Our partner, my good friend Tammy at Remedy Within, they are very good about posting my readings every month. She has a wonderful crystal shop as well. So I encourage you, go where it works. And again, if you do want to come into Renew, we do have opportunities to schedule shopping. So I always tell people, if you want to do some shopping while you're here, that's great. If you want to schedule time to come in, that's totally fine too. So really good messages. They always are. I mean, and they're so helpful. So hopefully it's helpful for you as we move through April. But think about, you know, my picture of Jesus is over in the corner, and it's just all I can see are his eyes like looking over here at me. I'm like, I know I'm talking about it. But Easter and the symbolism around just all of the stuff that someone goes through and being able to rise again is huge. It's just huge. And how many times have you done that in your own life? I know I've done it a lot of times, but it's like the cocoon caterpillar to the butterfly. And we have many of those moments throughout our lives. So, you can find me, MilwaukeeMedium.com, scheduling on Vigaro through my website. As always, if you have any questions, feel free. My schedule's open. I have availability in April. I am out for like a week and a half-ish in April for various things that are going on in my own life. But June is open, July, everything's open. So if you are interested in scheduling, feel free to do that. March was super busy, so thank you. Thank you for the referrals. Thank you. There are so many people that do reviews, and I really appreciate that. If you go onto Google, if you have had a positive experience, feel free to share that. People do reviews on Vigaro as well, so it all helps other people decide if they'd like to come in and see me. So it's all really good stuff. So that's enough of me talking, because I could go on forever. But also remember, you can find me on socials, Facebook, Instagram at MKEMedium444. I will never solicit you for readings, so be wary of people that are scamming and doing things as they shouldn't be to get money from you. So just don't fall for the scams. Outside of that, have a great month. Enjoy, connect with yourself. I do and have been doing monthly group meditations. April probably will not work because of my schedule, just the way that it's set up with me being gone a couple weekends. But in May, we will have another meditation group, and I'll get that date out shortly. But have a great Easter, whatever it is that you're celebrating. Enjoy spring. You know, do things to take care of yourself. Tune into that feminine energy, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.